Alors, nous allons continuer aussi maintenant la présentation avec Monsieur Baxou du collège de John Kennedy. Monsieur Baxou,
Et
est-ce que vous êtes
bonjour,
là?
vous m'entendez?
Oui, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Et merci d'être là avec nous aujourd'hui. Alors, vous allez partager votre expérience concernant votre Innovation Club.
Bien sûr, à l'école, ce qu'on a fait l'an dernier.
Très bien. Alors, je vous laisse présenter.
Okay, merci, Thierry. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the NPCC board for inviting me to share my experiences with you. And let me present myself first. I am Kabir Baxou from John Kennedy College, a computer educator. And last time we were in the theme of interactive media. Okay, so what I have done, in fact, at my school level, after the workshop that we have done normally in March 2020. So the first thing that you need to do normally, build a group of educators at your school level. And they will be the mentors of your innovative club. First, you need to have educators from different departments. Although they are not related with the themes that you have selected. And one department that you need with you is English department, of course, and probably we need French department also, because for communication purposes, if ever you need to send letters to organizations or companies, then the student, of course, will do the format of the letter, of the document, but you need to write it. Then that's why we need educators, mentors from English or French department. And as I was computer educator, it was very easy for me to have connection to internet facilities for my students. But if you are not a computer educator, then you need to embark also educators from computer department. Then you can have access to the internet facility if ever you have it at school level. I know it is not the reality of all school, but still you will need internet connection, because maybe the students, they don't have internet facilities at home. So you have to cater for that also. So when you have your group of educators with you at your school level, of course, then you move to canvassing our students. Okay. At this point, you have already identified the 5 representatives of the school. That's okay. That was the theme that you have selected. You know the student background. You know the ability of the student. You know the capabilities of the student. You know the cognitive skill of the student. That's okay. But you need also the club to make the project. You can't go for that project with only 5 students. So you need to create your club. And here, the group of educators that you have identified will do the canvassing. Okay. Explain to the student what is NPCC first, what is innovative club, why it is essential for them. And one example that you can take is that, okay, it forms part in extracurricular activities. And we know at the end of the day, if you want to move to tertiary level, we need good academic result, plus also proof of extracurricular activities. So that can be an argument of motivation. The second argument of motivation could be the quiz competition that we will have online on the platform of MPCC, and explain to them that from the quiz, they will have tokens, they will have gifts. One name gift normally, that could be another motivation. And of course, this is a part of canvassing, but don't select a student by yourself. Let them come in by themselves. Of course, you can't take all the students from the school. That's why you have the group of educators, then you do a selection. Because you need to know whether the student, okay, can integrate the innovative club. Au niveau discipline, au niveau conduct and attitude. Donc, After that, of course, then after you have created the club, in fact, what I have done at my school, it was quite easy for me, but I don't think it will be the same for you. Being a computer educator and being responsible for the computer club, existing computer club of John Kennedy College. On avait ça déjà. Okay? So what I have done, I know that interactive media, we want to move to programming. So what I have done, I have moved the majority of my members from computer club to innovative club. Plus other students from other, although they were not doing computer science as subject, but still the door was open. Then when you have your group, normally if you have 25 or 30 students with you, it's okay. You have the amount, the quantities that you can say that you have an innovative club. But you can't have more than that normally. Around 40 to 50 members is okay. Because you need to have them grouped together. And we know that after COVID, we are in post-COVID, and of course, you need to have a space at your school to get them together. And that would be difficult. So try to limit your group around 30 or 40 members. Then when you have your group, or you already have your innovative group at your school level, of course, whatever you are doing, you need to ask permission. Don't forget, you have to ask permission to the management or consent from parents, and be in contact with your parents. Of course, the 5 representatives that you have selected, you need to be in contact with the parent. But at the end of the day, everything that you will do, you have to pass through the parent consent. Then at the school level, what you can do, you can physical meeting twice a week, let's say in recess time. And I know we staggered timetable. It is difficult to have, we don't have activities budget now. You can use activities budget if you want, but we are not in the normal timetable. So you use the recess time, but here also you need to inform the administration about that and also inform parents of the members. Then you can have the physical meeting, minimum twice a week. And of course, the group also, you need to create a group of, on WhatsApp, if possible, of course, the innovative club of the school. You have your group of WhatsApp for communication purpose after school hours, because you need to be in contact with them after school hours also. And here I have lots of anecdotes that I can say. In fact, all my discussion group was around midnight. I know it is difficult to do it in normal school hours as educators, and it can be also difficult to do it after school hours because you have tuition as educators, but you need to be in contact with your student. You need to know what they are doing. Every time you need to know, you have a hand on what you are doing at any time. And try to embark everyone on the project. You have the 5 representatives, and let's say you have 20 members inside. Give a task, a role to each member. I know that the 5 representatives have a lot to do, but each member, the other member, apart that they are in the innovative club, apart that they will participate in the quiz competitions that we have online, they have a specific role. And what I have done, I have my secretary, I have my photographer, I have my cameraman, I have my editors in terms of text, programmers also, because the project was based on programming, the market researcher to gather information and to make analysis of it. So everyone has a specific role. Also, after you have been selected for Creaton, if you move to Creaton, toujours, you need to have all your members along, not only the 5 representatives. And of course, be in contact with your parents if ever you are financed, because you need the support of parents. And something that you will have as an issue, I believe, for all schools, so we need fundings. We need money at the end if ever we have prototype. If ever you have something to pay. Like for me, normally we have done a website, teaching and learning of algorithm. And when we have been selected as finalists, we have to create something online. Et on ne voulait pas faire quelque chose standalone. So we want to move it to the internet. Et qu'est-ce qu'on avait à faire? Il fallait payer domain name, acheter. Il fallait payer hosting et security certificate and all these. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'on a fait? I asked the PTA of the school to give money for that, but still, we know that in state school, we don't have much money in PTA, and I think that it is the same for all state school. Probably it is the same for private school also. So one source of fund could be the PTA. If ever you have prototyping or you need to buy something for your project. And the second source could be sponsor, but in a short delay, I believe sponsorship it will be difficult. So what I have done, I have asked support from parents. I have been able to do that because I was in contact with the 5 parents. And we wanted to create something at the end of the innovative project, not limit to the innovative project. We want to move it to a company afterwards, a startup. That's why parents has also contributed in the project. That's something I have done at my school. I don't know if it is possible at your school level. Okay. Then on this, on the next slide, on the setup of the club, where I will have the do's and the don'ts, some guidelines that you can do at your level. What are the do's and what are the don'ts? The do's are here. You need to create a group of educators to support you because you can't do everything by yourself. Second would be you need to do the canvassing. I have said that. Group every type of student, not related only to the theme that you have selected, because you are planning something also for future. Because probably this year you are doing on a specific theme. Next year it will be something different. But still, you have your group of innovative already here at school. So don't limit your student only to the theme that you have selected. And of course, you need to have consent and support from parents and also support from administration. And if ever the PTA also can here to support you, to support financially. And normally know the background of the representatives. That was the members, but know the background of the representatives in terms of their skills, in terms of their potential, what they can do. Do they have talents or not? According to the critical thinking. Know also the resources they have at home, because probably you will need to be in contact with them, whether they have a smartphone, whether they have internet facilities at home. So know the background and try to select 5 students or 4 students according to their locations. That was an issue for me. Because if you select the 5 representatives that live very far away, then they can't meet physically. They can't do the group work after school hours of school. So you need to know all the details of the 5 representatives and of course their background. And of course something very essential, select leaders to represent the school. Not only 1 leader in the group, you need 5 leaders because every time they need to answer back questions from the panel, they need to do arguments. They should be very good. So there should be leaders. And also you need to give much contact time to them. I know that this is not possible at the school, but you have to do it after school hours. Be in contact with your representatives, be in contact with your group, and always be present for any question. Answer any queries from the student. Okay, don't be absent. And the don'ts are here, as you can see on the monitor. So let the student decide about the service or the product. Don't do it yourself. You are only the facilitator. You are not here to do the project. You are here only to guide your student. Don't let the student give you a group of ideas first. Then from it, you move to the service you want to do or to the products that you want to do. Do something that is not costly or over technical for you or for the group of students. Don't impose on students to get enrolled as members. Don't do that. And of course, if they participate, and they have to participate in the quiz competition, praise them for their success. Take a picture, put it on the website of the school, put it on the newspaper, if ever you have a newspaper on the fortnight of in your school, if ever you have this. So praise them according to their success. And here it is, in general, what I have done as facilitator for my school. And if I have any question, I will be glad to answer.
Thank you, Mr. Baxou, for this sharing your
I
experience.
can't give you all, but at the end of the day, I want to be the first also for this year, unfortunately.
Yes, I don't know if there are any questions regarding the presentation of Mr. Baxou. Yes, we thank you, Mr. Baxou, for sharing this Innovation Club with us.
Okay.